there's some sample videos that they've been releasing of like what it can do, and it's producing very realistic images and very realistic backgrounds, editing, um, and you can pretty much do film scenes anywhere uh, without sound stages, without
Mhm.
going to locations, without transportation. It generated people, it generated places. Um, so yeah, that's where we are right now.
That sounds like a
What
lot.
is, what's up, everybody? I am Zap. This is Jericho, and we are the now six-time international award-winning pop hip hop music duo band in Future. We do clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that's uniquely Californian. And now you're tuned into the Life's a Circus podcast, where we talk about everything that's funny, interesting, and ridiculous. But before we get started, before we jump into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. It's kind of important. Share this video with somebody in the film industry
Ooh,
because things are happening, man,
what's happening?
and it's happening real quick.
What's happening?
I talked about this before, and like because I work in film in addition to music, but leading up to 2020, we saw a lot of changes in the film, especially outside of the Hollywood, LA area, where there weren't as many films and TV shows and stuff shot here because because of various reasons, people were moving to other places. So now they're shooting in Atlanta and Chicago and Texas and New Zealand and Australia and like yeah, all over the place. Then 2020 hits, and it was just chaos for everybody, especially the film industry. A lot of your favorite shows weren't being shot, shut down completely. And then when it did come back around, they had all these protocols. It was very hard to shoot. COVID, people had to be away from each other, all that kind of stuff. Fun times, right? And then recently we had all these strikes. You had a writer's strike, you had an actor's strike, and a lot of it was doing to, oh, well, a portion of it was due to the new technologies, AI, people being generated and put into movies, and how do they still get paid and how much and all this kind of stuff using their likeness and all this. So that was like actors and writers. And we've seen that with musicians too, like the creators, AI and influencing like how we make music and cutting jobs and all this kind of stuff. It's not stopped. It's
Okay.
like if you can't tell, they are marching on really quickly with this. And this thing of AI has spread past the, I guess, initial creators
Mm,
into everyone around the creators now. When it comes to like film, I mean, they show a lot of behind the scenes stuff right now. So I feel like people are used to seeing like how films come together. There's a
sure.
it is an army of people. Like it's a small village of people that it takes to like make the next Mission Impossible. Like hundreds and hundreds of people. So we're talking about lighting people, sound people, electricians, carpenters who build like all the sets that you see, like especially sitcoms.
Mm,
Um, like it's crazy if you ever get the chance to tour a film studio. Like take a look at how much lumber is coming through there, and
interesting.
it's just um, like little 18 wheelers just full of lumber because they have to build all of those places that you see on TV. And
Mm,
that's like one part that people don't really, I guess, think about. You got editors, you got sound people, like all this stuff that comes with making a film, right? So enter AI, right?
sure.
So there's a big report that's going around. Hollywood Reporter interviewed Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry was speaking on something called OpenAI's. Sora. Have you heard about that?
Yes.
All right. So we got OpenAI is the people behind ChatGPT, which has already changed everything. Recently, Sports Illustrated let go of like all of their writers
Right.
because they're doing this ChatGPT. This is crazy. But now all the people that make movies come together. Now their jobs are in jeopardy with this open AI's Sora. And to put it in Tyler Perry's words, he said, if I wanted to be in the snow in Colorado, it's just text. If I want to write a scene on the moon, it's text. AI can generate it like it's nothing. I don't have to put it on my lot. I can just sit in the office and do this at my computer, which is shocking to me.
Hmm.
So, in the article, it said Tyler Perry was slated to drop like $800 million into expanding his studio. He was going to build 12 more stages, and then he immediately put a halt to it because of OpenAI's Sora.
Wow.
So, we'll show some pictures up here too of like there's some sample videos that they've been releasing of like what it can do. And it's producing very realistic images and very realistic backgrounds, editing, um, and you can pretty much do film scenes anywhere uh, without sound stages, without
Hmm.
going to locations, without transportation. It generated people, it generated places. Um, so yeah, that's where we are right now.
That sounds like a
What
lot.
are, what are your thoughts now for the progression from Chat GPT to this?
I mean, I have an idea of what it looks like. I don't like the idea of taking jobs away from people, for one, and then for and until proven otherwise, I'll still see a really well done AI something, and it's just something about it gives me this like it's just this lacks this element of realism.
Mm,
However, I know it's getting better all the time, and at some point, I don't think I'll be able to notice. But just it's business is about saving money,
yes.
so it makes 100% like it makes perfect sense that they want to do that instead of spending all the money on stages and every that. But it just seems like it loses the. So if I see this movie and it's like an amazing movie and they have all these locations, and then when I find out that they just did it all on a computer, for me that loses something. You know, Lord of the Rings, all the New Zealand backdrop and all this. No, we just did it in the computer. Actually, it's not. We didn't go anywhere. It's like, oh man, something about it to me doesn't.
But see, the thing is, it's not because I think the buzzword before this is CGI.
Right.
So it's just like I feel like it only loses that for you because you know that it's like that. But I think there's stuff now like the CGI stuff where it's like you can't really tell. Like I feel like that part has gotten so good that you can't really tell sometimes like what is CGI and what is not.
Dude, just on a simple scale, I've been talking to people on, Zoom or Google Meet, and I'll be talking to them like, "Oh man, where are you?" And they're like, "Oh, that's just the background from the from the program. Like, I'm not here. I'm in my house."
Yeah,
And I'm looking like, no, like that's gotten really good. So
yeah.
I can imagine if no one told me, sure. But then I have those doubts. Like, I wonder if I do it now with commercials for sure. Like, are
Hmm.
all those people in that? Is that really, or is it just he? And it maybe it's already been here, and I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah. There's definitely pieces of it that have been here for a long time.
Sure.
Um, Especially like big crowd scenes and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, it's definitely
Yeah, I know that the big Ed Sheeran music video a couple of years ago was kind of that because it's basically him and I think 100% or mostly AI CGI generated background characters, and they all look really real.
mm. So yeah, that's
I don't like it though. That's all. I just don't like it. just because it's moving into a direction that my brain wasn't ready to accept as a possibility.
Mm.
You know.
Well, I mean, people. I personally, I have no idea. I mean, I won't say that. I do have an idea. AI is going to win. So
Sure. No,
it's
without a
going
doubt.
to win eventually. It's
Without a
just,
doubt.
I feel like, um, it's like everyone's saying you're on the train track, and everyone's saying the train is coming. And it's like, let's all band together and stop the train. And it's like,
Yeah, you can try all you want. It's not going to work.
uh,
I acknowledge that.
it's like it's respectable. It's like let's hold on to what we have, but at the same time, it's just like, well, how can we not get hit? Let's also think about that.
Yeah.
How can we not get hit by this train? Um, so, like, I don't know. People can do their own thing. I personally have been. Um, well, it depends on what you want to do. Also, it's some people are of the mind of we need to work to integrate the
Sure.
AI, because it's like you did on another podcast. Okay, we're losing jobs, but other jobs are being created too.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you preparing yourself for the job that's being created, or are you just trying to hold off the train that's coming? So, it's not easy. It's a complicated situation.
Yeah, I want people to have jobs, and I would
Yeah.
hope maybe actors get paid more. Probably not, or something. Someone, right? Something happens where it's okay. We're not spending that much money. This because if you can,
Mhm.
just the idea of possibly being able to save $800 million like Tyler Perry is like that's crazy.
Yeah. But the flip side, again, what is it positive? Is it negative? It depends on how you look at it. It reminds me of music,
Mm-hmm.
because I only knew music and I got to film. I was like, there's bigger budgets, money's flowing, all these different people working. It's like it was so much of a big industry than music, and then it kind of made me think that music used to be like this, possibly
Mm-hmm.
until technology, right? The streaming and all that kind of stuff made it really different. And same thing, jobs were lost, but new stuff was created. And one of the biggest thing is that it leveled the playing field for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So the big people weren't as big, but also like people you never heard of now had a chance to like, you know, even out.
Yeah, yeah, right.
So if you don't have a budget and you can create a blockbuster movie in your bedroom, it's the same way you can create a full album in your bedroom now. Like recording studios, like you don't need them anymore. So like it's the same thing. I think it's a unique perspective as musicians seeing this happen to film and
Mm-hmm.
like what could possibly be the end result and where everything's going to move.
We're just all living in a simulation anyway, so it
Yes.
doesn't.
Welcome to the Matrix, Neo. You are the one. Well, that's it for this episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video
Do all that.
with somebody who's in film might possibly be losing their job. You might lose your job. Hold on to your job. Yeah, it's coming. Oh, make a movie in your bedroom.
They took our jobs! They took our jobs!